Hi, good morning, and welcome to Houston Community College 10 minutes presentation today. My goal today is to share what I have learned from my experience recycling and to share the content that comes in Unit 4 of the Reading and Writing book by National Geographic Learning. This unit is entitled Green Living. As you might be thinking about it, it's a topic that we teachers deal with a lot. But sometimes we're good teachers but not good preachers. That's the truth, unfortunately. In an effort to become both, I have tried hard to learn about the materials that are recyclable and the ones that are not. This might sound silly or irrelevant, but it is not. I'm going to give you some personal tips, and later on, I will move on to introduce the content. First of all, recycling is not about everything, but almost anything that is placed in the right location and container. For example, if you want to recycle glass in the city of Houston, there are containers devoted to that in specific areas and locations. In my case, I live in the Southwest and I recycle my glass containers in a roll on container located in Kerwood and Bel Air. However, I have done research and I found this current piece of news that I want to share that probably will make my life easier. And I just put a link below just to get some information for you because you live in a different location. You need to know about this in details. I have also learned about recycling dates because recently I moved to a new community and I was not sure whether Monday was trash or recycling or both or only one of them. Someone told me to install the app Rollout, and it is a great tool because just by clicking there, you know exactly which day goes with recycling or both of them. Composting makes your garden prettier, your pocket happier, and your trash bin less smelly. When you do composting, you are reducing the amount of trash that goes to the landfill and you save some money if you do composting too. Avoiding to buy potting mix and other organic products. How to make it? Well, it depends on how big your space is to do it. It usually comes with a side undesirable effect for some, not for me, which is flies and insects. But remember, they are all important in our ecosystem. Not the last, but not all plastic types are recyclable. And I just found out about that because, in an effort to make everything recyclable, sometimes we don't do the right thing. So, I just put a link in my presentation just to show you which products go to the exact bin because not all of them are recyclable. Or if they are recyclable, they should not go to the same place. Electronics and chemical products are probably the most important pollutants when you decide to dispose them, and they need to be treated separately. The City of Houston link offers a comprehensive information about locations all over Houston to dispose these items. Last but not least, use recyclable bags when you do your groceries. Although some states have already implemented that measure, unfortunately here in Houston, what I see on daily basis is that people use double bags whenever the item seems to be heavy. That's why I strongly encourage you to use recyclable bags. That's the best way to avoid pollutants and to see, unfortunately, bags flying over the parks, hanging on the trees, and even worse, on the bayous. So, my second part of a presentation will be to go straight to Unit 4, which is the unit I'm going to present today. And it's on pages 64 and 65 from the Reading and Writing book from National Geographic Learning. This first section we're going to be dealing with has section A, B, C, and D. The first one has to do with preparing to learning. So in this section, I'm going to try to set the mood to get the students into the conversation that has to do with the theme. And of course, they have a background about recycling. They have a background about how to treat plastics. But we're going to deal with specific vocabulary that has to do with the way they should dispose them. So I will introduce the questions such as, does garbage cause any problem in your community? And the students will just brainstorm about this problem. We're not going to find solutions yet. That will come next. Have you ever helped cleaning up your school or community? In an effort to show the students how important is to do volunteering in this country, I will strongly encourage them to try to find information in libraries and public places about how to do these activities, because sometimes we come with the idea that everything has to be paid, so we don't do anything if we don't get a salary. But in this country, I feel that volunteering is a big part of it. So many people volunteer for many nonprofits, for community service, and that is important. It's not about if you commit a minor offense and then you're gonna be sent to do some community hours. It's not about that. It's about doing that for the purpose of a common benefit for everybody. So moving on. So what kind of items? We're in section C, brainstorming. What kind of everyday items are made of plastic? So I will just make them think about that, because unfortunately, with the extensive use of plastic nowadays, we have disposable forks, disposable spoons, disposable plates, and people have the tendency to use them on daily basis. That is unbelievable. And you know how much trash you generate when you use them daily basis? That is key to understand this problem, because it's not only about the amount of items you buy on daily basis on the groceries. It's the amount of trash you generate when you buy food to take, or when you use this disposable plastic items on daily basis just to avoid using the regular dishes. And although water is another important resource, and is we deal with in another unit that is very important, we're trying to focus the attention to reduce the use of plastic. So we're moving on to the reading, and we go in depth into the reading, which is about plastic islands. So unfortunately, I'm not able to record the reading because of copyrights, but I'm going over quickly this material and the comprehension that comes afterwards. It comes in 4 sections: section A, B, C, and D. And in these sections, we The students are going to choose keywords to complete a summary of the text, completing a chart to understand a process, and last but not least, critical thinking, in which the students will be able to analyze the problem and work for a possible solution to solve it. Thank you very much.